Well, today we are surrounded by pumpkins yet again, and I know you're all thinking, what's he gonna do with pumpkins now? We've already prepped and cleaned a pumpkin for carving and done pumpkin seeds and pumpkin seed salsa. But before you were able to get pumpkin out of a can, which I know we all use for those fall treats and goodies that we make during the holidays, you had to get pumpkin from a pumpkin. So today that's what we're gonna work on. You don't necessarily wanna use a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin like the kind you would carve for Halloween, because they're a little moist, a little wet, and it doesn't make for a nice, creamy, rich pumpkin flavor. These puppies, however, are very concentrated, very rich, very creamy, and they're delicious for pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, that kind of stuff. So we want to take our pumpkin. You can give it a wash down in the sink just to prevent any dirt from getting into it. You want to cut the core, or that stem, just the little stalk where the vine met. So now you want to take your chef's knife and you just want to cut straight down, takes a little muscle. Now, to clean this and to get all those seeds and those pumpkin guts out, I like to use a grapefruit spoon. So just scrape those seeds into the bowl. And you don't necessarily have to use a grapefruit spoon, any spoon will work. The grapefruit spoon just helps speed the process along. Once we've cleaned out the inside of our pumpkin, we're going to lay them face down, or the cut side down, on a foil-lined baking sheet. We're going to cover each pumpkin half with a sheet of aluminum foil. So now we're going to take our pumpkins that are on our baking sheet, lined with foil, covered with foil, and we're going to put them in a 350-degree oven. We roasted our pumpkin for about an hour and a half, and then I let it cool for another half hour, so this way I can handle it easier. Scooping out all of the insides of that pumpkin right into our food processor. If you don't have a food processor, feel free to use a potato masher or, a spoon if you have one. It's going to take you a little bit more time, but the results will be just as great. So now we're just going to pulsate that pumpkin until it purees nice and smooth. You may have to scrape down the sides halfway through pureeing, just to remove any of the larger bits that get left behind, and continue. So there it is. Our pumpkin puree is nice and smooth, rich, so fragrant and aromatic, and it smells of rich, nutty, roasted pumpkin. This here is going to last in my fridge for about a week, if I can keep it in there that long. I'll just pull it out as I need it and substitute it for any of those recipes calling for canned pumpkin. You can also keep it in your freezer for about 2 months or so. It'll last you through the holidays, make a few pumpkins worth, and you'll be thanking me, because this stuff is just so much better than the canned. I promise you. Enjoy, and thanks a lot. Right, our pumpkin is nice